Hello, thank you for watching another one of my new videos again. This is basically a bunch of toys that had come in since the last time of my loot unboxing. This came in various packages throughout that time, so let's just start. First off is this from the Court of Owls, Todd McFarlane. Ever since he's changed his ball joints on the wrist and the legs, is just such an improvement, because before my eyes would just stop at those and it would be so ugly. Anyway, look at the detail on this guy. None of this gets you cannot take these out of the quiver, but the paint decals are all great. The articulation is the same as before. Move back and forth, butterfly joints, a lot of movement and all that stuff. Okay, just the usual Todd McFarlane stuff. Here he is at the back. And then on this figure, man, he's got so many accessories in this one. The two scimitars over here, the sheath, a dagger. About this dagger, man, so you might notice there's a slit in that dagger sheath. This won't fit in it. There's no way. It's too. Let's see. Let me show you that to you. Okay, there's the width of the sheath, and there's the knife. There's no slit that I can tell except for the top. So there's no way this is gonna fit. I don't know. Anyway, now one other thing of note about this particular figure. If you know McFarlane stuff, he used to have this sheets before for the sword, but the ugly part is the back, and this one actually is very loose, comes off easily. Before, his sheath wouldn't have this backing. You would just have a clamp where you can see this part exposed, and you can see the blade. Now he's actually covered it, right? So it looks a little bit better. What he's done is he's created a slit. I don't know why he does that, but I mean, at least it's less uglier than before. Before it was just plain ugly. I can maybe because the shape of the scimitar, but I mean, it's wide enough. It could have been slid in, maybe. I don't know. But aside from that, the fact that he's actually included this, two scimitars, a sheath, a dagger, the usual stand, and the card, I'm like, man, props. 19 bucks. 19 bucks. Okay. This is actually the last figure that came in from this whole thing. I'm gonna have to do this quick because I have so many things. Actually, this is the last one that came in. Stridor. From the Motu Origins. I don't collect Origins, I really don't, but for some reason the Origins vehicle, you can kind of, I've seen people do this, so I know it works. You can put Masterverse in here. Let's see, how did they do that? Yeah, see? Killer Crocs trying to. I gotta finagle it, but yeah, it will fit, see? Sorry for the jiggly wiggly. So I can't, they don't have any vehicles for the Masterverse, but man, that looks great. I don't really care about too much of the detail on this one, because all I know about when you put in detail is gonna make the toy more expensive, and sometimes you don't need all those joints to be movable, all those flashy lights. This is just a toy. I'm not playing with it, I'm just displaying it. So anyway, yeah, really great. Stridor. And then it comes with these splash of fire effects, I guess. I haven't messed around with it so much. And then it comes with this. I think I will go with this one actually. It looks much more menacing and much cooler. Yeah, man, look at that. Articulation is great. I can make him taller by just basically making the feet longer like that. And it comes with these two, probably pegs into these two holes, maybe? Not so maybe? I'll have to check. And then it comes with a stand. You know, cool. Stridor. Motu Origins, using it for my Masterverse line because I am collecting the Masterverse. I used to collect the Motu Classics, but I thought the shipping was a scam because you have to ship it individually. You couldn't loot it, and anyway, that's another issue from a ways ago. So I'm trying to get my masters using Masterverse. Next one, Killer Croc by McFarlane. McFarlane, man, he's all of a sudden, he only started what, less than 2 years ago. All of a sudden, a lot of my collection has been centered on his figures, his DC figures. Thankfully, he's departing from just the regular Batman, Superman figures, right? So look at that detail. Is it focusing? Can you focus? Thank you. Look at the detail on this guy, man. This is the first time I received a figure from McFarlane that's really loose on the hands. But that's okay because this is big enough that it's not like it's falling easily. You know what I mean? Only if I wiggle it, and I'm not really doing that. So I can still pose it. Look at the texture though. Oh my gosh. Anybody who were to put a black wash on this one would just completely emphasize the sculpting detail that is put in this one. This is from, I guess, the Arkham games. I'm not really big on the Arkham games, and the texture in this one, I don't know why this is flat and this is clear coated. I'm not really big on the Arkham games, but this works very well as just a Killer Croc for my DC Multiverse figures. Killer Croc. So now I'm just waiting for Bane because I guess I never got to show you guys my Man Bat. That's not even gonna fit in here. Anyway, Killer Croc. Thank you. I'm just slowly removing things so I can work a little bit better. Another McFarlane figure. Oh my god, I wasn't gonna get this because it's another Superman variant, but I'm a big Superman fan, so I did have to get it. I did in the shield. I love the shield. This is from the Kingdom Come design. I love that, and the face could easily be modified if I wanted to create another Kingdom Come from McFarlane Buck. I hope he does because he already has the sigil, has a face, and then again the accessories in this guy: shield and axe. Cool. And thank you for making your joints smaller, man. Thank you. It just made. I'm not bothered by those. All I know is that it articulates great. He is ready to whomp your butt. Superman. I believe this is from the new storyline where Superman was went to War World again. I won't say any more because I don't want to spoil anything. Great figure. I'm glad I bought this. Great figure. You can't even see the joints anymore, you know. Love it. Toddy, Kingdom Come Superman, please. You got the stuff, make it. Alright, on to the next figure. Oh, this is a lot that I bought from eBay. 60 bucks, man. 60 bucks. That is the Land Speeder, the Endor Luke, and Darth Maul. I've been looking for Darth Maul reissue. I missed the last reissue. I was really bummed. This was before I started going into the Hasbro Star Wars. I didn't really want the Endor Luke. All I wanted was the Land Speeder and Darth Maul. And then when I received it, I realized I can get this look for Luke. I already have the one with the Return of the Jedi where he has the poncho, and I think this is the same one. But that's fine. Having another one of those, I don't mind. I don't mind having another one of these. So it wasn't such a negative as I thought it would be. Let me see if I can arrange some stuff here. Sorry. But I think this is one of the better head sculpts for Mark Hamill in the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series. Come closer. Yeah. Okay. I love it. Okay. So, Darth Maul. Oh my god. So, the Land Speeder with the Luke figure, which I already have separately, I believe was originally going for 40 to 50. So for me to get this whole set for 60, it was on a bid and I won the bid. Nobody else bid on it. The Darth Maul alone right now, the current price is 20 bucks. So that's already 40 for this too. Come on. What a great find. It does not, Darth Maul did not come with his lightsabers. You guys already know what he looks like anyway. I'm gonna go with this look. It did come with a head, obviously. I might go with this one. I'm not sure, but this is how you saw him as Qui-Gon Jinn first saw him when he leapt out of that speeder bike that he had. A unibike. That's what I thought. And then of course the accessories from Endor Luke, which I can use for another figure. Right. So next one is the Land Speeder. It's complete. It's got the thing over there. When it first was introduced, I was thinking, I don't need a Land Speeder. That's just a lame ship design. I never liked it then, but after collecting Star Wars Black Series, I now have the Luke figure, the Obi-Wan figures, the C-3PO, and R2-D2, which I'll put in here and display it as such. I don't have any room for any Black Series vehicles. That's why I didn't want to do this. But yeah, when the Snow Speeder came out, my itch for collecting Star Wars Hasbro Black Series 6-inch suddenly got triggered. So I might get the Rey vehicle set. I don't know. I don't have any room. This is the dilemma that us collectors, you guys know it. You want something, do you have room for it? And in terms of pricing, I don't really think on those too much. I think this was the first one that came back in after my last unboxing. This is the RC Masterpiece knockoff. This is not the original RC. This is Rose something from a knockoff company, which I don't know, but obviously it's cheaper, so I got it. I wasn't gonna get it. I was looking for an $80-$90 price range for RC. This came with the two separate new chest piece, because if you know Transformers Masterpiece, you know that the original RC Masterpiece had those granny looking things, You know what I mean, right? I'm kind of glad I did, because now that I have it on hand, compared to the other versions that I was looking at, it seems this I like it. Especially how they sculpted the thigh area, very very curvy. This, I love this part right here, that outline, very curvy, non-robotic, very organic, compared to, look at how the hands look, right? Like, this guy who designed this must have had a fetish for only the bottom part of the female robot. As that curve is perfect, and there are no curves but ugly joints and hands on the arms. All I'm saying. Alright? And, you know, RC is so reminiscent of the Princess Leia look. And I have everybody else except for Blur. I have, oh god, I don't have Cup and Masterpiece line. I do collect Transformers Masterpiece as well. I have a Springer. I have Hot Rod. Dang it, I'm gonna have to get Cup now and Blur somehow. But I went to MGO 316 for Transformation, as obviously, because he's such a great Transformer dude. And his transformation was perfect. As I'm feeling the pieces, I was careful, making sure everything is not forced, and I didn't have any breakage issues. I'm gonna put her here, and her joints are great, man. Just stands really great. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to these two guys. This was reviewed 2 days ago by Gun Bunny Costumes. He usually does paint job costumes on figures. He does the whole taking apart, sanding it properly so that the paint sticks. He's a far better painter than I am, I'm telling you that. Now this is from the Mattel Lightyear. Mattel is killing it in vehicles, man. I'm telling you. I have bought so many of these figures or vehicles from Mattel, even though I'm not particularly interested in the Buzz Lightyear. Plasma drilling bit, and he started messing around with it in Gun Bunny Customs to see if the Glassified series fits, and it does. It fits as always with any of these Mattel figures. So I have two. They were like $20. $20 for this. I mean, do I really need this to move as joints? No. I mean, that's just gonna add to the cost. But look, you can do this, so you can. That's the articulation. What else do you need? So I'm gonna lengthen the barrel. I'm gonna use the barrel that I'm using for my tank to have. I think he called the flak cannon. He knows more about G.I. Joe than I do. I'll repaint that. We'll paint this to I'll repaint this to a G.I. Joe camo green, military green. Anyway, I was gonna show you. That's compacted version. It's now compacted. I took out the bottom part over here. I'm gonna put in really quickly. So I'm already at 19 minutes. I don't want to take too long, and I already am, but I just have so many figures that came in. This is why I cannot do this. I'm just... Oops. This is one of my modded flints. This is the head from Sandman. Yeah, I don't think that's Norman Osborn, is it? I think that might be the Norman Osborn one. Okay. Okay, so how does the classified fit? You know me, I don't want to scrunch the legs, making it so obvious that the figure doesn't fit. So if you have the legs kind of hanging, because remember this is the bottom of that thing, he almost fits. His head, there's a head clearance over there. No, it's bottom. Very, very tight head clearance. There are monitors inside, and right now the eyesight does kind of fit in there for the monitor. I'm holding it in right now, but you can see how his butt is over here. It almost kind of works. When I first saw his review, I was thinking, well, all I need to do is like maybe, okay, I'm gonna move this point, right? I'm gonna cut off this part right here, drop it down. Really easy to do, by about that much, right? That, and then I'll reconstruct this, and it will look good, right? But if you noticed, this seat is too small. You almost don't see it. It doesn't really matter, right? But I would like his head to be lower, so I need to lower this by that much, no, 3/4 of an inch, which is what this chair is. So if I were to cut this, I should be able to lower the figure, but then I still have this problem. And the problem I'm anticipating is cutting this part. This is gonna be in the way. I'm still debating on how I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna cut this off, I need to cut this part, right? And then I'll extend this one. I might do that. I was actually going to cut this here across, cut this here, and I dropped the whole thing and then reattach it. The problem is this plastic cannot be solid, but it feels like it. And Gun Bunny has a video where he's basically taking it apart as much as he could, and this is one whole unit. This is hollow. I know it's hollow, but to cut through this using my saw, my jewelry saw, it's gonna be a pain. And maybe I can use my bandsaw on this. Maybe another, that's another thing, another video. Right now I'm just doing this for fun, and I'm almost done with the his tank. I need to redo the electronics. I haven't touched the Lightyear XL01 since the last video. So now I have these two things I want to do, and then the his tank. And I'm running out of time because I have other hobbies, right? Okay, so I'm gonna leave Star Savers for last. These three came in together. This is the Owlman figure from, again, McFarlane. Again, great detail. I had to get them because I'm a big fan of the Crime Syndicate ever since I got introduced to them during the original Crisis on Infinite Earths. Beautiful. Much better proportions than when I saw an Ultraman who seemed like he had a squat body and long legs. I don't know why he's doing it, but he does seem to have problems with proportions on the figure, wherein he's like mixing body parts, right? Like this leg, it's almost like a trick of the eye, but this leg is way too long for this figure. I think somebody was I saw a review once of the worst McFarlane Batman figure, and it was the one that has the current costume. And what he said was basically, and I'm gonna try to do a comparison. I guess it's not. What he did with that particular figure was he showed that the upper body from the waist up was a 6-inch figure. This one isn't. You can kind of tell. And the waist down was using a 7-inch figure legs. It's not the same as this one, but it almost does. I don't know why. That's the thigh is too long, or maybe the crotch is too big. There's just something off about it. But you know, comic books, they tend to exaggerate proportions to get the right perspective, to get that energetic perspective movement. You know, and I don't know if he's carrying that over to the figures, but look at this. I mean, even the detail on the hands, man. Yeah. So much surface texture. So much. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, man. I was so excited to get this. This is the McFarlane 1966 Catwoman Julie Newmar. I have the Eartha Kitt one. But I was really looking forward to this one. There's actually a difference between the Eartha Kitt and this one with the body, not the body, the paint texture, because the Eartha Kitt one seemed more glossier, more of this sparkly stuff. So putting them side by side, they do distinguish from each other. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get. I don't even know if this is Julie. I think this is Julie Newmar Catwoman. There's a third Catwoman, but honestly, they look the same with the mask on. So I don't even know if I'm gonna get that. So excited to get one. This one is, oh my god, this is what a great find for me. This freaking mini TVs from Walmart. I got this for 25 bucks. I think it was 15 and then $10 shipping, which is a ripoff, but 25 bucks, and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it because I've been looking for this so long. And it fits 1966. Guess what's gonna play? Guess what's gonna play? It is the 1966 Batman. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so comes with a remote, which I love. And the only thing is, I guess it's only playing clips. And then also, as I increase the volume past this, it turns off. Yeah. So I've learned that don't pass the third button, otherwise it'll turn off. I'm old enough to remember click, 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 click. VHF, UHF. One reviewer was asking how come it had two dials. UHF, which is your channel's above 13. Yep, old dude. So happy. And then I was trying to figure out what the original pricing was that one for, and I think somebody told it was like 25 bucks. Because another reviewer that I found, he's close to my area, is Rafael Sejaman, and he found these on the stands on the retail market at Walmart, not the Batman one, a different one, and I think he was saying it's either 15 or 25. So I lucked out on the price on this one. Even if it was 15, to get this for 25, because I know the other ones were selling for 40, this was a great buy. Great buy. Okay, how am I gonna do the last one? This thing is so freaking heavy. I know I'm gonna nudge this. This is the Iron Trans Starblade. I am not gonna transform it or anything. This is just gonna be a straight review, and I'm gonna tell you why I bought it. One thing, this is a great figure for the price that it is. It's just like $169. I am not really interested in the Star Saber or Star Saber, yeah, figure, because this is after G1 and after you killed Optimus Prime. The third season came in. Everything else, that's the last of my connection to Transformers. I tried going for the Japanese one, but they were in Japanese and they were dubbed, so it was hard to follow. Okay, so this is from Iron Trans. how do I start this story? I first saw the Masterpiece one, the knockoff. I was gonna buy it. It was going for 200. But then I kind of languished on purchasing it, so I never did. And then obviously you guys know about the Hasbro Pulse Star Saber that completed Leo Victory. I hope I said that correctly. Where it's a second vehicle, so second robot that you combine it with Star Saber. And that's for 169 as well. But the proportions look wonky. I know it's gonna be made out of plastic. Star Saber himself looked passable, but when you combine the Leo robot, it was just too wonky for me. I knew about Iron Trans, but I didn't purchase it then because, like I said, I wasn't interested in Star Saber. And then for some reason, Iron Trans started reissuing this because they are making the Leo part. They announced it 2 years or 3 years ago, and they started reissuing this again. 169. I looked at the reviews, TM Reviews, MGO unfortunately did not have it, so I went to TM Reviews because, like I said, my primary reviewer that I go to is MGO316, and then it's either going to be BensCollectibles, and I watched BensCollectibles as well, and then I went to TM Reviews. Those three guys. Go for those channels. They are very nicely done. They don't use any foul language, so I mean, I'm not like a prune, but you know, it just tend to jog my attention when people cuss too much or stuff like that. So I prefer following those reviewers. Anyway, I looked at them. It's very hefty, and I said I'll buy it. So I did. And my God, this thing is so solid. Now 169 compared to what's being offered on Hasbro Pulse right now, not even close. The proportions in this one even beats the Masterpiece. I believe BensCollectibles has a comparison of the Masterpiece and this one. The Masterpiece, when it comes to this part, was a little bit chunky. This fits the design. I know this is chunky. I know this is chunky, but that's the design of the robot. So that's forgivable. And then, okay, I kid you. I'm gonna let me see if I can show you how stiff. So I'm gonna move that in.